Hello, good Gwent people, and welcome to For the Raging. Today, the underpaid scientists of the For the Raging laboratories have brought you the amalgamation between something utterly devastating and something beautiful. Pah! Triss and the warrior pirates. Sounds like a fairy tale. Just not one to read to your kids. Triss Meteor Shower. Deploy on melee. Damage all units on an enemy row by half their base power. Devastating. Deploy on ranged. Boost all allied units on a row by half their base power. What faction do we look to benefit from all of that damage and who has units tall enough to get a nice big point slam on range? Well, we look to none other than the Skeleton Isles to light our way. Let's get into it! Our leader ability Onslaught synergizes great with Triss. Whenever an enemy unit becomes damaged, give 1 armor to all the pirates and ships in your hand. Imagine now, when Triss damages an entire row of people. The armor! Just imagine the armor. This deck uses a combination of 3 archetypes rolled into one, and our management team are the 3 pillars of our society. First off, King Bran, the veteran of veterans. At the start of the game, he will increase your veteran units' base power by 1. Huge value here. We carry a lot of veteran units. Also, throughout the game, he's keeping score of how many times you did excess damage to enemy units. And on deploy, he will boost himself by that amount. What are the 2 best ways to get excess damage on enemy units? With Crack on Crate and his pirates, and raid cards on steroids. We got them both! And the second pillar of our society, Crack on Crate, the overlord of the pirates himself. Deploy, give 2 armor to 3 pirates or ships in your hand. He's got the order ability for 1 point of damage, 2 cooldown, and best of all, whenever you play a pirate or ship next to Croc, you're gonna damage the lowest enemy unit by that pirate or ship's base power. That is where we're gonna get our excess damage kills for King Bran. Let's have a look at Mr. Crack on Crate's arsenal. The Demon Warship is a card you want to play in the second round when you have some bronze pirates in the graveyard. If you've got Crack on the board, play the Demon Warship beside Crack, and if the lowest enemy unit is a 4 or higher, the Demon Warship will take all 4 points of its damage and die, but then summon that highest power bronze from the graveyard. This could play between 10 and 12 points, which is great for 4 provisions. It didn't always summon the highest power bronze pirates, so that change is really good. I like that change. The Tursek Invader has the veteran, pirate, and warrior tags, synergizes with all 3 archetypes in our deck. Thanks to King Bran, she comes down as a 6 for 4 in the first round and 8 for 4 in the third round, and a great target for Triss. Similarly, the On-Crate Raider has all 3 tags, comes out to 1 point more thanks to the 2 points of damage on order. Cabbage, really? It's just the worst when there's nothing good to plunder. The Dim and Light Longship is perfect for setting up pings of damage and generating armor in your hand. Plus, if this unit itself has some armor on it, you get those pings for free, because instead of damaging yourself, you just peel off the armor instead. And speaking of generating armor, the Terror of the Seas is a terror indeed. If you can get this guy in your hand at the beginning of a game and play it at the end after you've accumulated all that armor, it could be a huge removal piece. And Morgvarg, Heart of Terror, our tall punishment in the Pirate Court, absolutely devastating against boosting decks. A real mean mamma jamma. We should know. We here at the For the Raging Laboratories have him over every Tuesday for brunch. Always finishes the orange juice, the bastard. We carry the Covenant of Steel, synergizing with the pirates and warriors, mainly because we want to protect poor Crack on Crate, because once that guy hits the board, it's like, season's open, man. Holy cow, people hate that guy! And the third and final pillar of our society, the recently buffed Herald on Crate. His base power has now 6 from 5. 6 is what he was when he first came out, so I'm happy to see that. We're not running Devotion, so he's only going to get as far as Herald Warmonger. That's okay. You can resurrect a bronze warrior or pirate, both in our deck, from the graveyard. And if you got Crack on Crate on the board, you can synergize with him, with the pirates, or you could resurrect one of the only bronze warriors that we have that doesn't have the pirate tag, the Highland Warlord. Introducing our last archetype. The Highland Warlord has the veteran tag, so he plays for 6 base power in the 3rd round. Not particularly high, but we play this guy because of the deployability, increased damage of all your raid cards by 1 for the rest of the game. This gets way out of hand. Okay, we've got 2 of these guys, plus a Freya's Blessing, which we could use to resurrect him, play him again, and as mentioned, Herald on Crate could resurrect him again. That's 4 times we could potentially play our Warlord 4 times, which will increase our raid cards by 4, which is insane. Looking at our raid cards here, we have 2 Gutting Slash, deal 4 damage to a unit. It could potentially get up to 8 damage to a unit. Oh my god! We carry the Primal Savagery, deal 2 damage, could potentially get up to 6 damage. Imagine now, dealing 6 damage to something, getting the death blow, and then spawning a 6 strength bear? That's 12 points for 4 provisions? And we carry the Blood Eagle, does 2 points of damage, could potentially get up to 6 points of damage. That's insane. Plus, the Blood Eagle is it's a good thinning card and some good reach. For a little bit more thinning, we carry the Darren and Morgvar combination. Play this guy in the ranged row, damage yourself by 3, and move a card of your choice to the graveyard. If you choose Morgvarg, the Cursed Beast version, he will summon himself back to the melee row, so it's a nice thin. Also, you don't have to play this guy on the range. You can play him on the melee row for a nice 8-point body, 8 for 6, nothing wrong with that. If you get stuck with Morgvarg in your hand because you weren't able to thin him out, there's a sneaky little interaction that he can do. He's a pirate. So if you play him besides Crack on Crate, and the lowest enemy unit is a 5 or higher, Morgvarg will take all 5 points of damage, die, and then summon himself back to the row. So it's pretty cool. For a little bit more thinning, we carry the Mask of Ouroboros. Nice way to thin out Morgvarg. Or if you just want to put one of your pirates in the graveyard for later, here you go. And last but not least, we have Crack on Crate's kid, Hjalmar, the crazy man. You can choose a unit from your graveyard, banish it, and then damage an enemy unit by that chosen unit's power. So we've got the 8-point Darren, we've got 8-point invaders. There's some good ammunition in there for Hjalmar. Well, that about sums it up. Let's roll that highlight reel.
This message is for Fulmar. His eyes only.
Dragon. For Skeletor's glory!
Oh my god.
Our world is in
Born to high will never drown. In the end, the sea.
I'll wash away those insults with your entrails.
Your skull will make a fine tanker. Take my near life and grant them your strength in return.
I shall never
course, friend.
And now I shall fight you.
No prisoners! Lead them to the sea!
You underestimate the strength of Dol Blacana, dwarf.
Look closely, kiddos. On my courageous mother.
Step forward and let us settle this. We are the eyes of God.
Nigh is the time of the white frost and white light.
For Skellige's glory!
Watch and learn.
I'll wash away those insults with your entrails!
Resisting our will, and that's how we'll end you.
Aye, aye, soon as I finish my pipe!
Of course, friend.
Cursed idiots! I ought to ram you!
Wouldn't it be nice to have, what's his name? Any other pillar?
Blood! Blood everywhere!
Just one morsel. What can you know about pain?
Only want to walk away from this.
Invulnerable, are you?
That's not
get in the way of the axe.
They're surprisingly clean creatures, as it happens. When pigs fly, eh?
Go pick it up on my courageous mother.
I'll do what I can.
Not bad. Not bad at all.
I could do this all day.
And let's drink!
Retreat! Behind! Come on the resistance! Reduce squash! There'll be nothing left to bury!
Of course, friend.
Fight! Stay! Kill! You retreat! Behind! Someone to resistance!
If you could just sign the confirmation of receipt. Freyr is patient, but she brooks no insult.
They do not fall! Why do they not fall? Your skull will make a fine tankard.
There'll be nothing to pick up when I'm done with you.
That's out.
Mean they've not forgot me. That's nice.
Modern Freyr is patient, but she brooks no insult.
Bury corpses? Nay, feed our foes to the crabs while they still live.
No prisoners! Bring them to the sea!
Be yourselves, only better.
Sit at my table and let's drink.
To hit the mark, we aim above the mark. Don't ever expect your opponents to line up. Burn the homes, fell the trees, anything shiny, plunder!
The stench of beer. I knows it well.
Come on! Show us what you got!
Only one will walk away from this.
Kill the sons, steal the lasses!
Will you die already? Or need I kill you again?
Okay, what's going on?
Look closely, kiddos. I'm my courageous mother.
We raid, we fight, we plunder. Full service.
Maybe I could have applied. 4 plus 8 is 12. You need 13 points here. Good luck, man.
You shall never find peace.
Women, children, elders. We spare none.
Hello, my Ragians, and thank you for for making it this far into the video. If you did, please let me know by leaving me your favorite joke or your thoughts or feelings or favorite color or favorite food or anything in the comments. This week's is brought to you by none other than Andrea Murray. She writes, where do boats go when they're sick? To the dock.